Hey, this is Reverend Joanna Bartlett, and I know I haven't done a video in a while, and I'm sorry about that. I've had a lot of things going on in my life in addition to, a pandemic, and I'm currently in a hotel room. This is the lovely background behind me. This video is going to be about this little journal book thing that I've been using lately. It's called It's Gonna Be Okay. And I'm up in Portland because I have one of my children is in the hospital at the moment, which, as you can imagine, is a really hard thing, right? It's a hard thing to be dealing with. And let me turn off the AC for a moment, actually, it'll be a little quieter. And so I'm dealing with that in the midst of a pandemic. I'm having to travel a couple hours from home. This is my sixth trip up here, I think, in the last month. And that's, understandably stressful as well, and it's all kind of weird. And so I've been relying on this lovely little journal. It's called It's Gonna Be Okay. And the very long subtitle, I'll read it, is a journal to reassure myself when I'm overwhelmed by the creeping sense of impending disaster and the all-encompassing fears, both specified and vague, that colonize my mind, body, and soul, all of which, from the completely far-fetched to the sometimes probable, do me no good to contemplate, and in fact make me miserable. And even though optimism may be unself-aware and ill-placed, I know I'll be happier as a blind fool than as a clairvoyant apocalyptic, which is like very applicable, I think, for me. So I bought this, I think probably at Powell's in Portland. I may have mentioned that already. For one of my kids. I bought this for my second to oldest. I've got 4 kids. Second to oldest kid, and gave it to her at one point, and she never used it. And it was during a period when she was going through dealing with a lot of anxiety, but she never used it, which is fine. And then she gave it to my youngest kid, who also never used it, and he gave it to me. And so I've been using it. And the thing I really like about this journal, it has a little bit, of stuff at the beginning in very, very tiny print. And then it's just these little pages. It's not very big, right? And it's got a nice quote on one side. And on the other side it says, "What I'm hanging hope on today." And so not every single day, but many days, especially days that feel kind of tough, I take this out and I write what I'm hanging hope on today. And, it could be anything, right? So let's see. Kid is doing okay where he is. I'll visit him soon, drive home. I can cuddle the cats. I can file my taxes and knit sweaters. And I actually got my taxes done. I can come back anytime. While the traffic noise is constant, I think I might have been in this room or this hotel. The view of the river is peaceful and calming. Those are the things that I was hanging my hope on that day, right? One of the things that's been, and this is not quite the same, but one of the things that has been incredibly helpful for me for a while, but especially right now, is gratitude, right? What is it that we can look forward to? It's one of the things that when I'm not feeling so good, my lovely husband will often say to me, like, we'll be out on a date night, we'll talk about the kids, we'll talk about finances, we talk about like all the things in our lives. And then he'll say, what are you looking forward to? And it could be anything. It could be like a trip that we have coming up together, if we're lucky, right? But it could be anything. It could be, I'm looking forward to, eating pizza as a family on Saturday and watching science videos. I'm looking forward to finishing the sweater that I'm knitting at the moment. I'm looking forward to starting seedlings, back in the winter for the spring. I'm looking forward to the springtime. What are you looking forward to? And sometimes when you're feeling really bad and sad, that question can be difficult to answer. I'll give you that, because there are times when he's asked me that, and I've been in a place that's maybe not so awesome, and I've gone, I don't know, what is there to look forward to? It's more of the same grind every day. And sometimes that question has been really hard for me to answer, and I'll talk about gratitude in another video, because again, gratitude can be hard to get to sometimes. But I do love this little journal. And you don't have to get this journal. You can. I think it's nice and cute. I like that it's small. I like that the pages are small. It's not asking too much of me, right? It's just, it's just writing this much about what I'm hanging hope on today. what is there? What are you hanging hope on today? For me, I woke up this morning knowing I had to come up to Portland and we were going to have a family meeting with a social worker, and I had a migraine. I woke up with a migraine, and that was pretty awful. And then, for funsies, when I got to the hospital, I locked my keys in the car. And I realized that as soon as I got out, I had that like dread, that feeling, that sinking feeling of, oh crap, I just screwed up, I just did something wrong. And my keys, my car keys, were right there on the driver's seat, taunting me because I couldn't get to them. So I haven't actually filled out what I'm hanging hope on today. I didn't do it this morning. If I had done it this morning, it would be, well, I'm gonna get to see my kid, and I get to tell him how much I love him, and I get to be, honest and truthful with him about kind of what I understand is happening next in his treatment, and we get to keep working on our relationship together. What I'm hanging hope on, I get to do some knitting this evening, I get to watch some Outlander in my hotel room, I get to go for a walk by the river, which is right next to this hotel. I'm hanging hope on the fact that I am learning how to ask for help and to reach out to other people, which is super hard for me. And that's what I've been doing the last couple days. I've been contacting basically everybody I know that might know of resources that could help my kid. And I've done it. And I've gotten a lot of no's of the places I've called. I wasn't particularly successful in trying to find resources, but I know more, I have more information, and I feel more solid in how I think we're gonna be moving forward, or at least what my options are in that. So, those are the things I'm hanging hope on today. So what are you hanging hope on today, right? Even in the direst of times, what are you hanging hope on? It may not be a lot. It may be that you're breathing. It may be that that you have dinner to eat today. I don't know. It may be that, your car started this morning. It may be tiny things, that there was actually coffee. So grateful for coffee today. That's definitely going in my gratitude journal, because the coffee and migraine meds cleared up my head, which I'm really grateful for. What are you hanging hope on? There's always something, and even in difficult times, really, ultimately, it's up to us to find that and to hold on to it. So I will leave that with you. I'd love to hear from you, how you're doing right now, what brings you hope, what maybe even what you're looking forward to, okay? Send you lots of love. Bye.